Another easy London session today, coming away with a reasonable profit. Let's get straight over to the charts and I'll show you exactly what I did. Hi everyone and welcome back. It's the 4th of June 2020. Sat down and started to set up ready for the webinar with the Price Action Traders Institute members. Just before 7 o'clock I sat down and started looking at the charts and managed to take 3 positions. I got in on the Euro US dollar, the Pound US dollar and the US dollar Canadian dollar. US dollar Canadian dollar, I had to punch out of that because price didn't do what I was looking for, and just continued to sit in the same area where it was when I got in. So I punched out of that, losing 2 pips. I'm currently down 2 pips. However, this Euro US dollar, once it's been down to my target there, you can see it's bounced off of it once at 0.0, and looks like it's trying to make that break again now. So I'll let that run. In fact, I'm going to lock a bit more in on this. Let's pull this down and lock in 8 pips. Approximately 8 pips there locked in at the moment. Looking for that price just to push down that fraction more to give me the take profit at that 0.0. And second pair that I'm holding is the Pound US dollar. Got in this at 41, looking for this downside move. And it's moving quite nicely down towards that 20 where I've got my take profit. So that's it, not a great deal happening. I was saying that we're starting to see price picking up momentum a little bit in places now. It looks like, yep, I've just been filled on a re-entry on the US dollar Canadian dollar. So let me just fill this in my journal. It's at 28. So I'm long at 28. Re-entry on the US dollar Canadian dollar. Quickly pull my stop loss into place, which is 10 pips on this. Exactly 10 pips. And I'll also put my take profit in place as well, just in case this makes a run quickly. And that'll do me there. If that reaches that 50 level, that'll do me today. Looking for an early finish today. It'll be quite nice because I've got a few things that I need to deal with a bit later on in the day. It'd be nice to finish this early and get those done and out of the way. So 3 positions being held at the moment. Looking at these other pairs, and so yeah, we're seeing weakness in the Canadian dollar coming into play now, and that strength is continuing in the Euro US dollar. Okay, I'll pause the video for now, and I'll be back in a little while to give you an update, let you know how these trades are playing out. So I'll be back soon. I'm back again, just showing those 2 pairs that I was still holding. The Euro US dollar on this candle here came down, hit my target, giving me 20 pips on that, and the Pound US dollar again on this last candle, price came down and hit the take profit, giving me 20 pips on that too. So I'll flick over to the summary sheet. I mean, I could have stayed with this, by the way. I could have stayed with these trades, pushed the targets a bit further, and looking across the board, we're still seeing some half decent moves starting to come into play. I don't know, it seems to have slowed down a bit now, but looking at those pounds dropping, and euro seems to be pulling back a little bit. Okay, yeah, maybe it has slowed down a little bit and starting to reverse in some instances. So maybe it was fortunate when I got out when I did. So over to the summary, you can see the US dollar CAD that I took didn't move out of an area that I needed it to. I had to punch out of that as our criteria, our rules state. Losing 2 pips. Again, I took a re-entry on the US dollar CAD. Kept looking like the Canadian dollar was going to show weakness early part of the session, but it just didn't do it. So this one closed in an area where I had to punch out, losing 3 pips. So I was down 5 pips initially with both those CAD trades. And before I actually set up the London trade planning session for the Price Action Traders Institute members, I managed to catch these 2 trades 11 minutes past 7 it was, and they just moved quite nicely. We're seeing US dollar strength as soon as I opened my charts, flicking through the pairs. I could see US dollar strength at that moment in time. That doesn't mean that the price action is going to continue like that, but this morning it did okay. It moved for a while, and both of them hit my take profits, giving me 20 on each. So I ended up with 35 pips, giving me 2.5% profit. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Please remember to hit subscribe, and if you hit the bell, you'll get notifications as I post new videos. Thanks very much, and I'll see you again soon.